Most people have a lot of questions right now, especially in this economic condition. Well, we have a lot of questions too, but we believe the answer to most of those is the partner we've aligned ourselves with. Now, you had a very unique, really truly unique opportunity to shadow one of the industry's most successful distributors of all time,
Yeah.
You went to countless dozens of countries, you went to countless dozens of cities.
You should see my passport.
It looks kind of like a tome. He's had all those pages added to it, like you have to do. So he's been able to see what this company is from the inside, right? And this was all part of the due diligence process. So for over half of a year, you've seen the world of Nu Skin.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I have to say what Nathan Ricks talks about with successful people. They learn to choose the right vehicle.
So Bill, you had a very unique opportunity to travel the world for over a half of a year with one of the industry's most successful distributors of all time. You went to countless dozens of countries and cities. You've been everywhere, and you saw it from a very unique perspective, which is from the eyes of somebody evaluating Nu Skin, but also with Nu Skin distributors.
Sure.
Tell me what that was like.
Well, it was amazing, Jason, but the really critical thing that I learned from Nathan Ricks, he said, this is the only industry where picking a startup could possibly create more successful than working with a successful company.
Makes no sense.
Which is so funny because as I went around, Nu Skin's in 50 plus countries with a seamless compensation plan, with delivery and facilities and operations all over the world to support the distributors. What I learned is all these companies that are saying they sell in all these markets but don't actually, the NFR model,
Right.
When you have these training all over the world, when you have the systems and the leadership all over the world, when you have the company support all over the world in over 50 countries, this makes a big difference. I've never really seen this, and I only know several companies that can say this. Mm-hmm. And there's only 11 companies total in the $1 billion category, of which Nu Skin's one of them. So when you look at successful companies, when you look at distribution, when you love what you do, when you love the industry, when you love helping people, you got to look at the vehicle. Because if you've been in multiple companies and the company went retail instead of MLM and left you at the altar, which we know happens dozens and dozens of times, if you went to here and the field leadership left you, or the company left you, or the brand product or service went out of business, then what you got to do is you got to look at your decision making. And that's what I thought of when I was doing the due diligence process. I always heard of Nu Skin, but I never really had the opportunity to work with them. So for me, I thought, this is going to be magnificent, working with one of the giants and really looking at the difference and the distinction. And so as we get going around the world into, like you said, countless countries, dozens and dozens and dozens of cities and groups all over the world, where I couldn't believe it got bigger and bigger and bigger, the support network, leadership around the world, the seamless compensation plan, the seamless delivery of products. This to me became a non-decision. If you love the industry, if you love helping people, if you love freedom, if you love these choices, particularly in this industry, this was the decision. Nu Skin is the youngest, most innovative of the 11, has the most incline and potential on the group, is showing the most recorded, they're a public company, most recorded incline in sales, and their trajectory right now is off the chart.
Yeah, well, the fact is, this company is creating a new millionaire every 6 days. Every 6 days.
That's incredible.
And that time frame is shortening.
This is public record. This is a public company.
It is. We're not making this up.
Go to the New York Stock Exchange if you want to see any of the figures. They report 100% of everything.
Exactly right. And more of those are going to be created every day. And this delta that Bill's talking about of $3.5 billion over the next couple of years that's going to be added to this corporation, we know there are going to be a lot of people in there whose goals, dreams, and objectives in life are going to be fulfilled. And it's our endeavor to make sure that you, as a viewer of this our first G2 video, takes heart, listens to what we're having to say, is willing to take those walls down and investigate for yourself.
Just
what
take a look.
The new Nu Skin, right? And I'll submit to you, and this may be a stretch for some people, but I'll prove it to you. Nu Skin is the only real ground floor opportunity. Heresy! How can he say that? He's delusional, right? The guy's nuts. Now he's just selling stories. But hear me out. Okay? What is a startup? A startup company is a brand new company that has no track record, not proven. They have an idea, they have a little bit of money maybe, or some even don't even have money. It's just a story. And they've come together to recruit people to their deal so they can make a bunch of money. And all the while they're saying we're a ground floor startup.
The metaphor that I think you really need to see, which is so critical, is a ground floor assumes there's a foundation. A ground floor has an elevator going up to other floors. A ground floor deal is not bringing an excavator into a dirt lot.
That's right.
So when you come in with an excavator, the backhoe, the dump truck, and the guys with the jackhammers, that's a startup.
And that's what they're asking you to do, right? When they're calling you right now saying, we're the hottest deal right now, we are the only ground floor opportunity, we just started, what they're saying is, we need you to show up with your garden tools.
Bring your backhoe.
Right. Show up with your excavating equipment to help us build this thing.
And if we make it, you can do it with us.
Yeah, you can do it with us. Okay. And what we're saying
the odds
here,
are bad. If you'd like to pick your last company, if you'd like to pick your next company, which is your last company, take a look at the vehicle. I have to go back to what Nathan Rick says. Choosing the vehicle is what determines success.
Exactly right.
Have you been in 7 deals in 9 years? Maybe take a look at New Skin today. Have you been left at the altar? Maybe take a look at New Skin today. Have you been in a company that went out of business? Maybe take a look at New Skin today. If you love the industry, maybe take a look at New Skin today. If you love working and helping people, maybe look at New Skin today. We want to offer you this. We are looking for top leaders in the Ganz and Golly, we call G2 organization. The benefits I'd like to have Jason talk to you about now, because if you're a leader and we're looking for you, you happen to be seeing this, maybe you're in a top deal, maybe you love the business, maybe you've never even been in this business and this is intriguing to you. If you're reinventing yourself today, Jason, tell them about the personal branding halo and the team support.
I'd love to, and you need to know that this is all being done on a very solid foundation at our ground floor for you. But think about this for just a moment. Whether or not you're skilled at social networking, whether or not you spend any time online, I'd like you to think about this for just a moment. If you align as a leader with our team and you prove yourself as a leader, we are having to be very selective, of course, but if you pass the test and you become one of our frontline leaders, here's what we're going to do for you. We're going to help you leverage the power of social media and put forward this message to the world that you're a cool person to be around. This isn't just about business. This is about showing people who you are, because you are good enough. You are good enough. And we're going to help you leverage social media in your favor. We're going to help you create a Facebook page. We're going to help you create some Twitter accounts. We're going to help you create a new YouTube account where we're going to park tons and tons of media all about you, all edifying you. Have you ever, in your experience, ever been interviewed by the company where you've been edified on video and that company puts forward as a message to whoever wants to see it, as your value proposition? I've never seen it before. That's what we're going to do for
well, the
you.
great
That's one of the
thing
steps.
is G2 is going to help you build those things. The company provides and has training. The company has a number of different approved, compliant content sites. We're going to talk to you about you and your personal branding. So that's what's going to be so critical as we really get into, your presentation skills, your presentation support materials, your validation, upline support tools. I mean, this is going to be something that'll be unique, So we don't want to say that this is we are going to do it for you. We are going to do it with you.
With you. Thank you for that clarification. Absolutely, we are going to do it with you. And the benefits are multiple. Because as we capture all of this media with you, as we go through this journey with you, and as you're able to show to everybody you make contact with that this is finally your home. Mm-hmm. You've lived in a number of houses along the way, and you finally found your home.
Or
this
trailer parks, or mobile homes, or lean-tos, or pup tents.
Or the home that got washed down the river.
The one that fell off the side of the cliff.
We've seen plenty of those.
Some of those deals, and I'm talking to you as leaders out there that build huge organizations and the company leaves you. I don't know if this is true.
So what's the objective of G2, right? What's the objective that we're putting forward to you? It's quite simply this. We are seeking 25 and only 25 top industry leaders. So what is the objective of G2? What is it that we're inviting you to do? Well, first of all, I have to say we're only looking for 25. We only wish to attract 25 top industry leaders who are capable of generating 1 million PV in a month's period.
Personal volume or group volume?
Either way, but only 25 of you. So if you're tired of being sick and tired, if you're tired of being left at the altar and you're ready to do something totally unique, and as you go through this life experience of personal reputation management, we will do our part if you'll go on the journey with us.